Hi, Internet. Hello. Ooh, actually, let's redo this a little bit. Oh, I'm so scared to touch anything. Okay. Hi, Internet. Hi, Internet. It is day 75. We reached 3/4 of 100 days of 365. It is day 27. We're officially in the latter half. Actually, we've been in the latter half of the Lent for a while now, but I'm just gonna call today a rainy day. Um, yeah, it was rain defined my day. It's sort of like, I just thought of it now. Should I just call it? No, but it's March 16th, so John 3:16. Like it's every once in a while you come across numbers and and nothing can mean anything. Oh, okay. My thoughts are a little bit scattered. I rearranged the camera a bit because yesterday I'm like, why am I so close? And I'm also sitting a little bit apart from the mic, so I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna look. Look at my little double chin. I'm very self-conscious of it. But I'm not really doing anything intense to fix it. Doing little things. Eating healthier. Looking into all the skincare stuff to make the puffiness go down. But really, being self-conscious is not healthy. You gotta accept it is what it is. I have a very distinct, pronounced double chin. But that's okay. Today I read Ephesians 4:17-32 and had a little bit of a crisis. Because this whole experiment, doing this for a year, is me cataloging this year. In conversation with future me, in conversation with God, in conversation with whoever just happens to stumble into this corner. But I had to pause in the rain and just wonder, should I stop? It's one of those days. That's what it is. It's one of those days when I'm like, should I stop? But yeah, I'm not gonna. I think ultimately, because of this. So I got this poster from the store. I think Altered State. I could be wrong. But it's one of those things that I put up. I don't always look at, but I'm gonna read it now. People are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and sincere, people may deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway. What you spend years creating, others could destroy overnight. Create anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today will often be forgotten. Do good anyway. Give the best you have, and it'll never be enough. Give your best anyway. Because in the end, it's between you and God. It's never been between you and them anyway. I remember when I got that and I was like, oh snap! Justifies all my introvert tendencies. Yeah. But today I really needed to hear that. Today I needed to remember that first thing. even it's today, because this reminds me a little bit of the tattoo I got, Galatians 1:10. If I were truly a servant of God, I would not give a crap what other people say. My version. I really need to, at some point it was in my head, the actual translation of this verse. It's embarrassing. Imagine getting a tattoo and not knowing what it means. Galatians 1:10. I know this. Sorry. It's one of those things that I said no. I don't. For am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ. Listen, internet. Have you had words that are essentially self-fulfilling prophecies? In the sense that I put this tattoo on my body saying, ooh, I like this, I need to remember this, and then struggled for about 20 years with this very issue of people pleasing. No? Just me? Okay. Yeah, it's a rainy day. And I think on rainy days, that artistic version of me really likes rainy days, because rainy days can be depressing, cold, but it's a mood. It is a vibe, and one that I enjoy. This moon stress ball, it came with the Earth and Mars in a kit. I got it for Manafew, obviously, like other children, he forgot. And now I have it. And there's that word about, like, when you have a fear of holes. So there's a little bit of that going in my body going, ooh. But then there's another part, because these are the craters of the moon. And another part of me goes into Shakespeare and go, do not swear by the moon, the constant moon. But there's also this thing of like, oh, what is it? It's a Wonderful Life, where he's like, do you want the moon? I'll grab a lasso and I'll give you the moon. And then more modern cinematic reference, Despicable Me. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, here's the moon. The tides change. Oceans roar. Every time my stress ball needs. Yeah, it's a rainy day. Rainy thoughts. I had that crisis of conscience of like, because I pretty much gave up my Instagram and all other sorts of social media because here's the thing. The difference between this and that, only difference is I've yet to tell. I've told 2 people, but like I have yet to really divulge the existence of. It's still my little secret. It's me and my brain's dumping ground of the thoughts I had today. It's not disingenuous, but there's aspects of the truth that I'm not sharing because it is still online. And I am, I think, justifiably keeping my whereabouts close. Although, I think, funnily enough, if someone was truly determined, I don't want to think about it. I choose to be uninformed of the dangers of this world and lean on God's protection, because if I harp too much, I overfocus on the bad, and I don't want to do that. Anyway, but there's that. That's difference number 1. I haven't really told anyone. Don't know if I'll ever tell anyone. If somehow the algorithm, my secret, me doing 364, because I missed a day, of these, it is going to lead people here. That's just what mass-producing content would do. That's not difference one. Number two, I think it's kind of crazy. I could see the reason social media has been good for our society. We're interconnected more than before. As our worlds expand, our need to humble ourselves as a society has grown on a certain degree. You know, it's like the Carl Sagan pale blue dot thing. When you are part of a pale blue dot, teeny tiny dot in the universe, there's a sense of, what is the point? Obviously, if you're Christian, you know what the point is. You can be a pale blue dot and know that you matter. Yeah, it's one of those days. Rainy day thoughts. I'm gonna go now. Yeah, there's still other stuff I want to do. Other things I need to ponder. Other prayers I need to pray. But for now,